All right, everybody, what is going on? Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. And it is the first day of a new month. It is the first day of July. So we're going to be doing our state of the channel video going into July, recapping what happened in June. Shouldn't take too long with this video because June was, well, it's June, right? We're talking about the month of June for NFL football. It tends to be pretty slow, and realistically, July will not be much more active, but as people who have been on this channel for a while know, I like to make the first video of every month sort of a recap of the month we just had and a rundown of the month that we hope to have going forward. This video is sponsored by Prize Picks. So let's talk a little bit about June. Uploaded, I believe it was right around 42 videos in the month, 41 or 42 videos in the month of June, and also did one stream with Brandon of the Hawk's Nest. So definitely reduced rate of output, as you would expect when not much is going on. To go over the stuff that happened in June on the channel, the main attraction, honestly, was the Myles Garrett trade, which is not the Seahawks, that was the Rams. But I think that the Myles Garrett trade was so compelling and obviously incredibly impactful within this division to where most of the big viewed videos that we had in the month of June were because of Myles Garrett. So obviously we're dealing with that now, which, I mean, I don't think it's going to be fun. Obviously, people have different takes on how that whole thing is going to work out, but regardless, whatever side of the argument you fall on, it is definitely something that you as a fan are compelled by right now because not a lot else is going on. That was the main thing. A lot of videos I did following up on the Myles Garrett trade after it was punched in as well, so that was a big attention grabber. Other than that, you had some of the things happening with Russell Wilson. He officially retired, so we talked about that a little bit. We had the Derek Hall extension. That was obviously something that was worth getting into a little bit. And then you had the mini camp and some of the OTA stuff leaking into June as well. So you did get a little bit of stuff on the practice field. We signed Bobby Hart. We had the mandatory mini camp, and that was good. Gave us something to get into. There was one video that I did about the mini camps that was really, really active, about 9,000 views. The one about Milrow apparently not developing. That's going to be a hot topic right now. But other than that, the main thing that I focused on in June was the most valuable player rankings for the Seattle Seahawks. I did those. It ended up being, what, 13 videos? So that was great. And other than that, it was just a scattered news here and there. The Brandon Sorsby thing, the Nolan Teasley fallout. We had some stuff with the Mariners. I made a few Mariners videos. I know those aren't exactly popping off right now because the team realistically has been pretty disappointing so far. Talked a little bit about the outside perception of the Seahawks from the media, assorted things like that. But for the most part, it was a slower month. And because of that, there just wasn't a lot of movement. I gained like maybe 15 subscribers the whole month. Had over 100,000 views, which is always nice for the month of June. But yeah, overall, it was what you would typically expect from the month of June when your team doesn't make a big move. And we did some stuff, right? The Derek Hall extension was significant, and losing your assistant GM is noticeable. But overall, it was just kind of the June that you expected to have. If you like sports, then the best way to make them even better and more exciting is using the Prize Picks app, where it always feels good to be right. Prize Picks makes daily fantasy simple. Just pick more or less on your favorite players and build lineups with a few taps. Whatever sport you're into, and obviously we are now firmly into the NFL offseason, so we're all about baseball. We got some basketball, we got some hockey, whatever it is you like. Prize Picks gives you a fun way to stay locked in while you're watching. Definitely make sure to use the promo code HMA. Prize Picks is hooking up users with $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. If you use that promo code, that is HMA. I've had a great time on Prize Picks so far, so definitely get on over to it, check it out, and make sure to get your lineups. And don't forget about Team Picks, where you can pick winners, spreads, and totals on any major game. So download the app now, use HMA, and get on over to Prize Picks, where it always feels good to be right. And remember, always gamble responsibly. So yeah, that just runs it down. As always, of course, I want to say thank you to everybody who watched videos, liked videos, subscribed during the month of June. Thank you to all my subscribers from previous months, of course. And thank you for hanging on during this off season where there's not necessarily a lot going on. I'm doing my best to come up with stuff to talk about, and the team is giving us some stuff. We are going through like a sale right now, but I understand that even a topic like that is not going to drive interest the same way that an actual football game or stuff happening on the football field and stuff with the players is going to pull people in. So thank you to everybody who got us to over 100,000 views on the month. Thank you to all the new subscribers we picked up, even if it was only like 12 to 15 of them. And we're going to carry it forward into July. So just to talk about July real quick, which may be the slowest month of the entire year. We'll see. Basically, I'm going to be doing some predictions videos. I'm going to be doing a prediction series. I've done that the last few years. So that's one way to fill some time. I know that doesn't exactly motivate a lot of people, but it's worth a try. We're going to be talking about some of the outside perception of this team as well during the month of July. So those are the two primary things. Hopefully we get some movement in terms of the actual team. Now, there are two things that have a decent chance of happening at some point in July. One would be the Witherspoon extension, although I will be making another video about that later today to talk about what's going on there, because there has been a little bit of news there. And the other thing would be the team continuing to be pushed through the process of being sold. And that would obviously be very compelling. That would obviously be maybe not the most intriguing thing that this team could do, but I do think it would be something that would massively affect the team. And I don't think I have to explain why. So hopefully we can get movement on those things, because I know some people aren't looking forward to the team being sold, but we know the team is going to get sold regardless, right? Like it's not like unless Jody Allen purchases it from herself, basically, which is, I think, kind of sort of possible. It is going to be sold, so I'd rather get it over with. So those are the two things that are really going to move things in July. Again, not really going to be expecting a ton of growth. We're very close to 21,300 subscribers, so let's try to get there this month. Let's try to get another 100,000 views in, and we are going to get the start of training camp in like the last week of July. So that's going to be good. That's going to give us something to sink our teeth into, but we're not going to get there until, like, I want to say the 25th. I think it's the 25th. I can't remember if the mock game is going to be at the end of July or the start of August. I feel like it's the start of August. Either way, though, that's going to be stuff coming up pretty much pretty late in the month, if it comes up at all. So for the most part, we're just going to be trying to carry forward with what we whatever it is we can scrape together in terms of like prediction stuff. That's going to be the main thing, I think. So in the next few days, keep an eye on another video series, kind of like the MVP ranking video series that I did. We're going to start another series probably either late this week or early next week. We'll see. All right, so that's really all I can say. Locking in for another July, and then August football kind of starts. And that's really about it for the YouTube stuff. Video game stuff, I did do some streaming over on Twitch, and by the way, I'm now restreaming my Twitch streams to YouTube and Kick as well. So if you're on Twitch, YouTube, or Kick, you can subscribe. SBN Gaming, Seahawks Brendan Nelson over on Twitch, and I believe Seahawks BN on Kick. So check the description if you're trying to find me on either of those sites. But it's all been about Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 making good progress there. I think I'm pushing up pretty close to level 20 now. I think I got there last stream. I haven't been playing as much as I wanted to because I've been busier than I thought I would be. A lot of stuff going on outside of the whole YouTube stuff, but that's been going great. Probably going to continue to do that in July. Going to try to stream more over on Witcher 3. If it's going to be anything else, there might be some Dead by Daylight because they're doing the anniversary event right now. And I've been told, I haven't tried it yet, but I've been told it is very it's very favorable to survivors. So I since I mainly play Survivor, I want to check that out. So it's going to be mainly those two things. I can't imagine having time for much of anything else. The Witcher 3 is a very long game. And yeah, I'm still doing the videos over on Bleacher Report. I'm doing 12 a month, so I had 12 in June. Gonna do another 12 in July is the plan. And I'm trying to do about one article a day over on Seahawks on SI. So if you're not reading me over there, check it out. Link in the description. And that's really about it. Can't really think of too much else going on here. The things are going good. Things are going good, but it is the off season. We are definitely hitting a slow period, and it's okay. And it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's what you would expect, but I'm ready for stuff to start mattering again, and I think most of you guys are too. Okay. See you guys soon. Go Hawks. Gonna have another video coming out in the afternoon, and then a video late afternoon, kind of spilling into the evening, I think. So see you guys then. But thank you for a great month, and we're going to continue to roll it forward for as long as I can, going into July of 2026.